Hey guys, welcome in. If you can hear me okay, let me know in the chat. I'll get started in a minute, but I want to make sure volume sounds good.
Yep, as well. Thank you for waiting online with me. You going down?
If you guys are here, let me know in the chat. Hey guys, it's Rob. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Park Adventures Club on an adjacent adventure. We're in San Diego for the San Diego Comic-Con, so I thought it would be neat for everybody to kind of take a look around, see what's going on here. I know that I came to my first convention last year, and so there wasn't a ton of information, I don't feel like, about the best way to tackle the convention, so I wanted to make sure that we had a just maybe to kind of share some thoughts and things with everybody and see if there's some stuff that may help some people out if you plan on coming to San Diego Comic-Con. It is the largest comic convention. It is feels like the OG, and I don't know the whole history of it, but it is pretty crazy. It sells out every year, so I'm gonna walk you guys around outside first and let you see some of the activations. Any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, hit me in the chat, and just let me know you're there, and we'll take a look around. So right now, I'm outside. You can see the convention center in the distance there. Hey, Fire Chief. Fire Chief, let me know. Can you hear me okay? Because again, I'm not really sure if the mic is doing its job or not. But we're outside right now, the convention center. You know, a lot of stuff happens outside the convention center. You need to have a badge or credentials to get into the actual convention center and surrounding area. But all of downtown San Diego, Mike is catching the breeze. Try something real quick and see if we can fix that. I want to make sure that it's as good a experience as it can be for everybody. But anyway, like I was saying, so downtown San Diego, wait a minute, this is something. to see. What I was going to say was downtown San Diego is filled with activations of things to see and do, even if you don't have a badge. So if you're in the area and you wanted to just come hang out and see what things are about, you could come down here and check out some of the activations. And there's signage and billboards and people walking around and the whole deal. It's kind of crazy. So, the first activation that's over here is this Predator Badlands bar, which you can go to. And so this is not always, obviously, the Predator's Badlands bar. This is just something. This is just something you can see for San Diego Comic-Con only. There's a Peacemaker bar up the street. I do want to show you guys this, though. This is kind of interesting. So over by the Hard Rock, since a lot of people who are famous stay at the Hard Rock and they ferry them in and out through this back door, a lot of people stand in this fenced-off area and wait to see if they can see anybody famous coming in and out. Yesterday I saw the executive producers of the Percy Jackson come through. You can see there's like a little red carpet. They let people walk through here during the day, and then as soon as somebody famous is coming, either like a black car will drop them off over there, or they'll be leaving into a black car. So that's just a thing that happens that you may not know about. And then activation-wise, like I said, there's a ton of activations going on out in the downtown area. The biggest one, I believe, is this Percy Jackson activation, which is kind of nuts. This is the Brawl Stars character right here walking around the streets. Well, let's go see this Percy Jackson activation, which there was a 6-hour wait for this thing already by this morning. Look at these folks. They're doing costume ratings for people who walk by. They're holding up signs to let them know how their costumes are. Right? Yeah, 10? Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think that he's messing with me. All right. So here's the Percy Jackson activation right here. And you can see that it's setting up for Percy Jackson Season 2 that they just announced comes out December 10th. And the cast was here in Hall H for a panel yesterday. And so this whole area is queued up for this Percy Jackson activation. And you can see there's the building right there. It's temporary. They've got these queues out here. People have been waiting in all day long. And then here you can see a prop from the Season 2. This is the Three Sisters Taxi Company cab over here. And then, again, I have not been in there, but I didn't feel like I could wait in that line. So I may try to get in there early one day this week. Here's a Phineas and Ferb activation. Again, the stuff outside does not require you to have a San Diego Comic-Con pass to get in, but a lot of the people who are here are the convention goers. So here's a Wacka pest situation where people get inside and then do a photo op. I believe that there's a Perry inflatable. Yeah, there's a Perry inflatable right here. So people can stop and no shortage of photo ops. You can hear Matey in the background. The Phineas and Ferb music is going. So down this main strip here, there are also a lot of other activations. Here's that Brawl Stars. Looks like sort of a fountain situation. But this Naked Gun one down here is hilarious. This big, huge inflatable of Liam Neeson's character from the Naked Gun movie that's coming soon. It says "Spread 'em, nerds." Very funny. A little meta. Love it. And then there's a Nerd Out Paramount booth down here. You can see some of the cosplay as we're going down. I feel like you come here for either the panels, the merch, the cosplay. There's a lot of different reasons to come down to this one. And Stitch activation. They had it as a private party last night, so I was able to do that one. But so the way that this activation works, and they've got a huge line, I'll show you that. It's very deceiving with the lines. So you can see over here, like it looks like, oh, there's no line, but there's a line further down, and then they bring them in. So you can see right here, there's this is the entrance with the inflatable Stitch, and then there's like a little bar area here, and then a photo opportunity, and then they have Dole Whip down here on the end. It's Dole Whip or shave ice. Now the funny thing about this is, I heard this last night, that they can't keep enough ice out here to do shave ice all the time, so they do Dole Whip most of the time, and then they can they do a shave ice happy hour. So also these buildings are wrapped. So this one's wrapped for Demon Slayer, and then you can see that the Padres Stadium, which is the building right over there, is wrapped for The Rookie and a couple other ABC shows. And then across the street there, there's a game, Nightmares 3. There's up here is Alien Earth, and there's an activation over there. And then this is the convention center itself. If you've never seen it, it's a very large building. I don't really know where else they could do something of this magnitude, but pretty awesome. Before I turn back and go the other way, I wanted you guys to see the activation for Thunderbolts, which is an ice cream truck. Not really sure why. Last year this was for the Penguin. That made sense because it was like, you know, for his club, but yeah. So if you look down here, I was talking about this, so the Lilo and Stitch, here's where people are queuing up to get into that activation because there's not a lot of space, but it's very deceiving, very much like the Disney trick ya queue. This whole thing right here is one big queue to get into the Lilo and Stitch thing. So you got to kind of pick and choose your battles, what you're going to wait for at Comic-Con, and what means a lot to you, and what is going to be just, you know, you just look at it and leave, and just kind of resign yourself that you're not going to be able to do it. But there are still a lot of things to do. It's just that sometimes you got to wait in line for a long time. I know that Percy Jackson one, there was a 6-hour wait this morning, but somebody was saying yesterday that it was a 3.5-hour wait. So I can't imagine tomorrow being Saturday what it's going to be like. Saturday is obviously the biggest day because everybody is off of work and has their kids and can come downtown. Hopefully, again, you guys are taking in the cosplay as we go. You know what? It just doesn't matter how many people are on a live stream. People want to be on them, right? All right. So again, here's... Yeah, it does. Stitch alert, where's Jake? Where is Jake? Where's Perry? That's what I want to know. So it looks like a little crafting station in there. But again, this is sort of just part of it. This is the activations that happen outside for anybody to come to San Diego, just coming down and hanging out at Comic-Con is probably a cool thing to do. There's another one, like, again, the activation is over there. She's over here. Looks like a ball toss, maybe? So it almost looks like a sort of a water balloon thing. That's interesting. If you guys guys have questions as we go along, hit them up in the chat. Let me know. I'll try to answer or field any questions that you have. Again, I mentioned from the beginning, this is my second time coming to Comic-Con. Last year was the first. I felt like I didn't know everything when I got here. I feel like by the time I left, I was educated, and I'm sure there's still a ton of stuff that I do not know that I'm still learning as we go. But last year I spent a lot of time in Hall H waiting for the Marvel panel and didn't get in. Hey, is that balloon thing?
It's coming out your back.
That must have been something to do with Percy Jackson, and they had to sneak him in. Yeah, there was like a trailer. So, interesting. Oh, this guy's dressed up like Jason Momoa from Minecraft. That's awesome. People are not camera shy. I mean, I guess when you do that much work on your costume, you want to make sure to show it off. There is also a train system that goes through here, so there's often times where you have to wait for the train before you can cross, but all the trains in Comic-Con fashion are they're wrapped so that they can get in some advertising and some promotion. Back to the Percy Jackson thing, I kind of just walked in a circle there. I'm going to walk across the street to the convention center, but you can see that this quarter right here is crazy with people. There was a lot of restaurants. There was a Bad Guys activation, I think. They did a fandom party there last night. You can see that the buildings, again, are wrapped. I was told by somebody that it's illegal for them to wrap. Only been to Comic-Con New York, first time is overwhelming. San Diego is like 3 times bigger. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah. But I was told that these buildings, they're not okay to wrap them. Like they're not licensed to wrap them, and the movie companies will take a financial, like a fine or a hit for wrapping them. So that's why you don't see them wrapped all the time. But this is for Stars and Outlander. There's the Gen V, the new Boys series is on that, and then some Anne Rice stuff up there if you're a fan of Anne Rice. So here's the train tracks I was talking about. Trains down that way, so not quite here yet for people to get run over or for us to have to stop. And then here's the convention center again. Let's see if I can show you guys the wrap for this one. Dungeon Crawler, Carl. Yeah, this one looks like it's several different wraps. There goes the bars to keep you from going on the train, so we'll cross over here quickly.
And then we'll jump in.
And again, huge convention center, just ginormous. Once you get over here, only people who are ticketed for the convention can go up these stairs. They have guards or workers here telling you not to go or to show your badges as you're going. Mark and Doc rolling in. I didn't even see him. So y'all are gonna have a better view of some of the stuff than I'm. Trying to walk and do stuff at the same time. So here's the convention center. But I wanted to kind of show you guys a look back again at all of the signage and activations and visual noise. I didn't even go down this way. There's like a Google activation and a Peanuts 75th anniversary or 70th anniversary down that way. There's a Coca-Cola one, and then Twisted Metal, the Paramount TV show, has an activation with bumper cars all the way down there. So a lot of different stuff going on.
So he said when I showed him where your location was, and he said go to the front.
And then again, just so you guys know, for bearings, that's where is it? That's the Percy Jackson one that we were looking at over there. And then there's another wrapped train coming in. I feel like either they have a bunch of trains or they keep rewrapping them, because I some of these wraps I haven't seen before, and I've been here for a couple days. The convention started with a preview on Wednesday night, and then on Thursday was the first full day, and today, Friday, is the next day, and then we have a Saturday, and then Sunday's a little bit slower. There's not as much going on Sundays. The panels, not as many, not as much going on. So Sunday it gets a little bit quieter over here. This is interesting. Most of this all IP I also don't know. So there's a lot of deep lore IP. There's a guy down there dressed as Hulk Hogan. That's kind of cool since Hulk just passed away. Let's go into the convention center and see what we can see here. So when you go in, you have to tap your badge. Thanks. So here is in the, and again, if you guys have any problems hearing me, let me know. I'll try to adjust, but it is very loud in here. So I will, hopefully you guys will be able to hear me. But so the convention center, again, very large. There are places where you can do a coat check and you can check your bags because as you can see, people buy a lot of stuff. Look at all those bags in there. Huge oversized bags that we see people with. There's a lot of places you can get food in here. There's a Starbucks and there's like Auntie Anne's pretzels everywhere. They have the salted, the cinnamon, and pepperoni ones. I feel like I've been kind of living off of Auntie Anne's. If you want to stay in here and not want to go anywhere, it's kind of the best place to be. Just to stay in and get whatever food you can in here. They sell Celsius and coffee and all kinds of stuff to keep you going. Hey, Mike. Jayware, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Right now we're inside. Again, if you just joined us inside the convention center, walking around, giving everybody a look at what's happening. In a second, I'll go into the show floor and show you what that's all about. But inside the convention center, they do panels and they do the show floor, which has exhibits and activations and shopping. August 1st through 3rd. That may be, you may be thinking of Dragon Con? I don't know. No, not Dragon Con. Dragon Con's not till the fall, like Memorial Day, right? Labor Day. So, here's an interesting costume right here. I love when people stop and take pictures with random strangers in costumes. So, kind of fun. There's a Dr. Doom. There's a miraculous ladybug and a cat noir. When I was here last year, everybody was dressed up as Deadpool. Now there's not a ton of Deadpool, but there's a ton of people in Fantastic Four outfits. I don't think this is the real Wonder Woman. I'm not really sure, but all right, so this is the exhibit hall, or the show floor, either way, exhibit hall. And this is where you can buy merch and art, and there are a lot of convention exclusives and long lines and craziness going on, resellers, etc., etc. I'm going to walk around. If you guys see something that you want to see more of, just let me know in the chat, and then we'll try to accommodate that. Give us a like if you haven't already. Tell a friend. Just walking around the San Diego Comic-Con, showing you guys a little bit of what it has to offer. Taking a look at all of the booths and the cosplay. As far as panels go, I did a panel this morning for Resident Alien with Alan Tudyk. Season 4 is coming out, and that's going to be their last season. They've been canceled, so they kind of were a little sad as we were in there. But they feel like it's probably time for that show to come to a close, and they're writing it that way. That's very cool. I also did a panel for Percy Jackson and got to interview some of the cast, so we'll put that up on our channel, Park Adventures Pub. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And then also did a panel for Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which was kind of awesome. Josh Hutcherson was in there, and they announced Skeet Ulrich being in the new movie. All right, so this is the Marvel booth. Last year, the Marvel booth was all about Deadpool, Marvel Rivals, but this weekend it is seemingly all about Fantastic Four. So they've got a movie screen playing over there. There's a guy dressed up like Black Panther and not an official Black Panther.
What were you the god of again?
Here's the costumes from the Fantastic Four movie. They have the carpet cleared off, so I can't really, I don't think, walk through there. But again, this is all sort of in Tampa Bay at Comic Con. Gotcha. Yeah, this is the San Diego Comic Con, and again, it runs through this Sunday, and then ended for the year.
You know what, dude?
So here you can see, if I can get through here, all of the things they've got lined up for Marvel for this weekend. Marvel is not doing a panel here as they're sort of in a rebuilding year. So, Saturday, tomorrow, Marvel Snap, which is a mobile game, Marvel Comics Ultimate Universe, and Marvel Comics to Screen with panels. They have cosplay events, and then today there was a Marvel Rivals panel at 10:15, and then Marvel Comics, the next big thing at 3:30. It's 2:59 here, so as we're doing this. Looks like you can see Herbie. I guess he's not just at Disneyland. You can see him in the kitchen in there. They had that closed off when I was here for the preview night, so looks like you can get your picture taken with him. Like the costume? So again, Herbie. Meet and greet. Oh, this also says reservations are full. So apparently, if you didn't register early enough, you don't get to see it. It says reservations required. So I guess if we come in the morning, you can scan to register for the day. So maybe I'll try to do that tomorrow when I come in. Again, you can see the Stanley Service Center, more theming around the Fantastic Four, and they're doing a Marvel Unlimited comic book sign up for if you don't know what Marvel Unlimited is. It is a place where you sign up for a subscription to read all of the Marvel comics digitally, and I've had a subscription for a while, so I can't re-up, but if I could, they're doing a good offer right now where they're doing giveaways if you sign up. So go back around the Marvel booth this way. So there's the comic book sign up. They've really portioned this thing off. I have no idea what these people are logging up for. That's the other thing too, is anytime I see a whole bunch of people lined up, I always assume they're doing something fun, and I feel like maybe I should be a part of it. This part is they have a Canva print shop where you can come in and print some of your own Marvel merch with Canva. So there's that. A lot of retail booths, T-shirts, stuffed animals, collectibles, all over the place. So if you're into that kind of thing, there's something for everyone. I'm gonna walk down a little bit, and there's a Johnny Depp, I guess, has started a new film company, and they're showcasing the first movie called Hyde, which is an adaptation of a graphic novel. And so I really thought he might have been here yesterday because they had a Hyde panel, but I did not hear that he was here. So I think that would have been something that would probably have been all over the place if that were the case. But they do have a set from Hyde, the movie, over here, or kind of a vibe from it. It's a very steampunk. You can see the poster there with Johnny Depp as Hyde, and Mechanical Cake is the name of his production company. So people are over here buying graphic novels, etc. Kind of cool. The Lego exhibit over here is amazing. On this side of it, they've got Glinda and Elphaba from Wicked, made out of Legos, and people can come up and take pictures of them or with them. But then they've rebuilt the entire San Diego Comic-Con building and convention hall out of Legos. So I don't know if you can see it over there. This is the convention floor, and then you can see the building in the background. So that's their whole theme this year for Legos, is the San Diego Comic-Con.
That I'll give to you.
But the building is pretty impressive. There's a One Punch Man photo op over there. But, yeah, here's the Lego setup. I want to head back over this way, and there's a Tron Ares 9-inch setup as well. This is The Hobbit. Different posters. Rob Bazemore, you should come on out, man. Okay, one day. Cyberpunk, if any of you are all into Cyberpunk, they've got like some the weapons from Cyberpunk. Here's a Topps trading cards booth. So I'm going to walk down and show you the Tron 9-inch nails booth. They've been selling a limited edition 9-inch nails red vinyl that looks awesome, but again, you got to get here early in the morning to get the things that you want, or else they run out of them, sell out, etc. Thank you all for being here. Any questions, again, hit me up in the chat. And also give us a like. Subscribe if you haven't. We have a lot of fun on the Park Adventures Club tonight. We're going to do Castaways. That's Stephanie's show, and she's going to be talking to Ron Deanna about his time at the Haunted Mansion and the Tiki Room. So Castaways is the show about the people who made the magic. Tonight at 8:30 Eastern on Park Adventures Club.
Let's see this, Em.
Sometimes I see people walking around like with that Yu-Gi-Oh hat, and I go, where did they get that? What do I have to do? Sometimes they'll make you do an activation before they give you something, whether it's sometimes they're like, follow us on social media and we'll give you this thing. And sometimes it's play this game and tag us. I mean, they're all about the promotion. They paid a lot for the booth to be here, so they want to make sure they're getting their money's worth out of it. Oh, there's a Captain Carter. That's kind of cool.
No. I was just asking.
Also, because it's so crazy in here, if there's a line for something, they'll have this guy. Saw him walking around last night. If there's a line for something, and they'll have an end of line sign like this, somebody holding this up to tell people it's the end of the line. Sometimes they'll have a line starts here, and you may not even know what the line is for. and then sometimes they will have a, a line break sign, and then sometimes they will have a line is capped sign to say we are not taking anybody else today. Kind of a bummer. There's a line capped sign right up there. Don't even know what it's for, but whatever it is, not going to be able to do it. And honestly, just walking around the convention is fun, just to see all these people and their different fandoms having a good time. Here's that Tron Ares booth. So there's a photo op where you can get on the light bike. They had some bikes driving around downtown that I saw online last night, but I didn't actually get to see them in person. That's the other thing, is sometimes you miss stuff. But she's actually got a Tron outfit on, so this is going to be great, although hers is blue and she's going to get on the red bike. Is that going to be a problem? Oh, she's got the identity disc and it glows, and she's going to make it go red, I bet. Nope, blue. Yeah, there's a Tron Ares movie panel tonight in Hall H at 6 o'clock, so I'm definitely going to try to do that. Oh, she was going to get on the bike. She didn't have her phone out for taking the picture. You can see we're here. This is a separate line over here for Hot Topic, and they sell that. You can see it here. It's a vinyl die cut for Tron Ares from Nine Inch Nails. So that's one that people line up for early, and you need to get a reservation to be able to buy it. At this point, I'm just invested in her getting on this bike. I don't know why. But her whole trip has been leading up to this, right? I mean, is he allowed to play with the identity disc that way? I don't know. This is complicated. Oh, she's got lights and wires on too. Oh, that would be cool, having Magic Kingdom. You see red sometimes, don't you? Sometimes when you're there at night on the Tron. Okay, they're working it. Nice. I'm happy for her. Good for her. She got that moment. There was a guy yesterday dressed up as Elf from Elf, and he was sitting in Hall H waiting for the Toxic Avenger panel so that Peter Dinklage could see him. That was very important to him. This is a sign again, the line again for the Hot Topic merch, but I think you had to have a ticket to stand in that line. So here's again a line break, an end of line like Tron. I'm going to go back down this way a little bit. Wall-to-wall people. If my wife were watching this, she would have a little bit of reaction, I think, to how many people are walking around here. We've done D23, but I don't know that it has ever felt this congested at times. But there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to see. Here's Tron Lady. She's walking around looking at her pictures. That's good. There's a Todd McFarlane booth. I know Todd McFarlane was here signing autographs. There was an autographs place upstairs in the sale room. You hear they're considering moving what to Vegas, Rob? The D23 or the Comic-Con? Comic-Con in Vegas would be insane. Although D23, it feels like that they've outgrown their space for D23 in Anaheim, but I can't imagine they would move that just because it's adjacent to Disneyland. There's a Marvel and Star Wars Citizen Watch booth. stormtroopers. Again, there's a lot of stuff here that I don't really, it's not my fandom, so, you know, there's kind of something here for everybody, whether you're into, like, nostalgia, or you're into Legos, or Barbies, or whatever. Oh, there's...
No, because I went to get that.
Cast a butterfly. That's cool. So to get an autograph there, you had to have had a ticket that you got in advance. I registered for a whole bunch of stuff, didn't get anything, so it happens. But long line of people to get autographs there. That's pretty cool. Never know what you're going to see. The guy that played Klaus in the Umbrella Academy was here promoting Red Sonja, and I saw him in the Hilton Hotel across the street. So never know who or what you're going to see when you come to a place like this. I know a lot of the people have talked about going to the comic or going to the floor. Like a lot of the famous people, they've been asked about do they go to the floor, and most of them feel like they can't because, you know, you're in the hub, the central of all of your biggest fans, and they're going to recognize you. I think if you're, you know, kind of a B-tier celebrity, you could probably walk through them all, but walking through here would be pretty hard to do. This guy's dressed up like Lobo. That's fun. A lot of Labubu representation here as well, as you would imagine. Circle back around. Circle back around to there's the Lego booth, and a lot of these places have memorabilia and collectibles, and I always wonder, like, if it's recreations or if they've got their hands on original stuff, etc., etc. This is the Mattel Creations fan booth. Where they've been selling things, and a lot of these places will sell merch, and then once it's sold out, they hold off some for each day so that everybody has a chance to buy stuff. But there's a Jurassic Park Hammond collection. There's a Mario Kart Pauline, Hot Wheels. I like this one. This is a Deadpool Little People set. That's kind of cool. Hot Wheels Jaws set is sold out, so it's coming back tomorrow. This DeLorean, the Hot Wheels 40th anniversary for the Back to the Future Time Machine set with Doc Brown's truck. There's Monster High stuff represented. I don't know if you got a lot of Monster High fans in the pack, but.
It's just me involved.
So again, a lot of little restaurants in here, a lot of food carts out in the lobby, a lot of food to be had in San Diego, up and down the streets. So there's a lot of places to go get food while you're here, and it's easy though to get caught up in a line or to be inside a panel or somewhere else and not get enough food. Uh-oh, this looks cool. This boombox head dude.
Whoa, look at this guy.
It's awesome. Here's a Tamagotchi booth. They do limited edition Tamagotchi for the convention only. All the way down in the end is the Funko booth. So I'll try to make my way down there before we finish out. But down here is a Paramount booth where Paramount is giving away prizes with an oversized claw machine. Last year, the Paramount booth was like a Star Trek walkthrough, which was kind of cool. But There's a Gundam Wing is celebrating an anniversary, so there's a booth here. There's Nickelodeon celebrating an anniversary for Avatar: The Last Airbender. So that's a booth down there as well. Mr. Beast represented. There's the Gundam booth. So handing out Gundam hats, headbands. There's a DC comic booth down here somewhere. I forget what. Just like Marvel, the DC one is kind of a representation of all kinds of things DC. There's the Demon Slayer booth. There's the Avatar booth. So there's a Hulu booth down here. And a lot of times with the Hulu booth, you will see stars signing. It looks like there's some people in there signing right now. I don't know who it is, but there are some people signing.
Yeah, I saw that.
We'll see as we walk by, but they get really crabby if you stop too long. It's like Timothy Oliphant.
I want to take a picture of him, but it was too fast.
Oh, it's for Alien Earth.
Oh, 3 o'clock.
So again, these signings you have to get tickets for ahead of time, and I did not. They didn't give me any. You see their publicists and people up at the top there. Hey, Jared. This is the line around the corner here, and I guess all of these people have tickets, and they make sure they have tickets to get in. Also, the Hulu booth gives away poster tubes, and it is a feeding frenzy when that happens. Here's the DC booth, and they have the costume from the Superman movie over here. They're promoting Milkbone and Progressive, and then there's autographs from Jim Lee, maybe? Is he over here? Wow, yeah. You're in comic books, you know who that is. So there's the line for all of the autographs. There's a line for something where everybody has. This must actually be the Jim Lee line because they've all got comic books to sign. They have copies of the Daily Planet. They have DC merch for sale. A lot of it Comic-Con exclusive. Signing line break. Here's a booth for Sony Pictures. There's The Boys. I don't think that's actually Guy Gardner.
Never mind.
So they're promoting this new DC app game called Worlds Collide. And if you download the game and prove to them you downloaded it and follow them on social, oh, look at that dog. Got a little crypto cape on. What a cutie. They will If you download it, they'll give you a card or a poster if you download it and play it, and then follow them on social. Here's the Superman costume, in this case, as worn by David Jones. I feel like I hear the John Williams music in my head when I see his costume. But look at the boots. Alright, working my way down to the Funko booth. So I feel like everybody loves the Funko. All these cameras and things that people have here, I'm never sure if it's a professional situation or if it's some sort of a just a fan that likes to film things. Like me. So here's the Funko setup down here on the end. Actually, before we do that, there's an autograph signing over here, and Alec Baldwin was on the list, which I thought was a little odd for him to be signing things. But I'm gonna walk down here and we'll see if very quickly I can catch him if he's in his booth. So Brett Iwan from the voice of Mickey Mouse. Yep. So clearly, yes, there he is, Mr. Baldwin.
Hey guys, coming out, Bill.
Yeah, they don't want to record anything because they want to make sure that they're getting money for it, which I get. I mean, he's using his fame. That's why he's here to sell autographs and pictures and such and make a little bit of money. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of times when there's something happening, somebody famous, or there's a line for something, or people are waiting for a giveaway, then people just start to hover and walk around, and security asks them to leave and move. So yeah, here's the Funko area. So there's a Loungefly area over on this side. There's excuse me, sorry. There's a Biddy Pop area over here. They have some Fantastic Four exclusive Biddy Pops. That's kind of cool. And then this big Funko booth at the end. So that's another one where they had given out tickets and reservations to be able to be in line at the store, which is kind of crazy thinking about that. Rob Paulson Sunday, 10 to 5. Famous voice actor. So there's down in this end, there's a lot of artists. There's a lot of art for sale. Just a lot of fan stuff, custom stuff, professional artists, comic book artists, all down on this end of the convention. At the far end, on the other side, is more video games and Pokemon and all that kind of stuff. There's a Pokemon walkthrough booth, but it's the same thing as most of these activations. You have to get in line and you walk through and you do something and they'll give you a poster and a Pikachu headband. So like I said, you sort of pick and choose what you want to do. Find your fandom, find your bliss, buy some stuff, walk around, see the costumes. Just a good old time. I know that last year I actually saw, and I don't think he would be here this year, I saw Chris Sanders, the creator of Stitch, was in one of these booths. And he was hanging out, and I got him to sign a book for our friend Jake. But now that the live action Lilo and Stitch is a huge hit, I think he's more of a panels only kind of a guy. So some of these people pay for a booth to showcase and be here and make their own money. Like the guy who plays Flash Gordon, he is usually at these. I did see him at his own booth, Sam. And then you also have the people who they're paid to come in either by the movie company that they're representing, TV company, etc., or just by the convention. So far, I've seen Alan Tudyk and in the panels, and I've seen Gabriel Iglesias and Joe Coy and Josh Hutcherson and Skeet Ulrich and a whole bunch of people were on stage for some of these panels. Oh wait, there is a Chris Sanders booth. I wonder if he's in it. He probably won't be, right? I think his daughter runs the booth when he's not there. Yeah. So. That was the book that I got for Jake last year. Pretty cool. I want to wrap this up over by the Star Wars booth, so I'm headed that way now. This year there was the 20th anniversary, I guess, of Star Wars animation, so they were showcasing that instead of live action here. So there was no live action Star Wars, there was no live action Marvel, which I think a lot of people were a little bummed about and have gotten used to, but there's still a lot of stuff to see and do with Sean Aries here, and the King of the Hill team is here in a panel this afternoon. So this is again where people are bottlenecking in here. I'm just moving now. So the show or exhibit hall is open. I think it's like 9 in the morning till 9 at night. Yesterday was only open until 7, and I think Wednesday was only open until 7 maybe? It should be open later tonight and also tomorrow. And then everything closes down about 5 o'clock on Sunday for good. Saturday should be a big day for stuff. I know that there's a Peacemaker panel. So I'm going to try to make it into that in Hall H, hear what they have to say, and see if John Cena's here and James Gunn. This guy's got a Muppet. He's a Muppet. Again, thank you guys for being here with me. Hopefully you've had some fun walking through this and seeing what it was all about. Don't forget to watch Castaways tonight. And we will not have a Park Adventurers Club this Sunday because I'm still going to be here. But we will have we had a Fantastic Four 2005 review that Charlie and I did on Wednesday that you can go back and watch. And also, I did a live stream from Disneyland for the 70th that you can go back and catch. And we'll be back doing movie reviews again next Wednesday. And Happiest Days is coming up. Lots of stuff. Big bottleneck here. There must be somebody or something.
I'll tell you that, right? Yes. How's it going, man?
No idea. There's a huge bottleneck here. So there's something great happening. So this is the last thing inside I wanted to show you guys, which is the Star Wars booth. Last year, it was they were all costumes and things from live action, but this time it looks like it's all animation for 20 years of Star Wars animation. So there's maquettes and drawings and things from Clone Wars and Rebels and Resistance, Bad Batch, Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, Obi-Wan. These folks are having a lightsaber battle. I don't think that's really Clark Kent. So here are the maquettes I was talking about, models. Here's Boba Fett and Fennec Shand, obviously. And again, samples of animation. Look at that. Got a free tote bag. That's fun. And then if you're a Star Wars fan, there's a ton of Star Wars like merch as well. The silicone rings, the fur universe, the geeky tikis, Roosevelts. No shortage of merch.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
What's it? 301. I feel like 301 is way down on the other end. So there's a Hallmark booth here and some Star Wars trading posts. The Hallmark stuff, they have a convention exclusive, some ornaments, and there's one of them is a Jawa action figure on a card, and I still want that. But again, you gotta get here early. You gotta get here early in the morning, get a ticket, and then you come back when your time hits, and you can do that. Yeah, we're at 29. We're at 2,900. I think 301. I don't think anybody else.
Free lanyard. If you take our photo, it's 100.
There you go. So free lanyard if you do an activation, and I guess the hope is that you do the activation and then you tag yourself and get some advertising for them. That's what it's all about, right? Promoting yourself if you're out here.
People out of work, people out of school. Pretty nuts, though.
All right. Well, I think that probably an hour is about enough time for you guys to have ingested for this. I want to again say, please give this video a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you can. We'd appreciate it. And hopefully you guys had a good time looking at everything at San Diego Comic-Con and walking around with me. And again, hopefully we'll see you back here on the Park Adventurers Club real soon. So thanks again to everyone who joined in. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next time.